Hi everyone, welcome back. I want to speak to you today about hair care. I've given a lot of thought to this video and I've wanted to do this since I started my channel, and I just want to give some tips and some tricks that I've got for naturally curly hair. Now, when I was younger at school, I always was considered to have ugly, horrible hair. I constantly walked around looking like I'd got my finger stuck in a plug socket, and my mum didn't really know how to style curly hair, and we didn't really know the sorts of products we should be using. I remember the first time we sort of made an effort together, me and my mum, to sort it out. She bought a Pantene for curly hair, and I don't know if curly hair products will work for permed hair, but for naturally curly hair, naturally frizzy hair, I would say steer well clear of shampoos and conditioners that are specifically for curly hair, because I find that most of them tend to have ingredients in that mix together turn into some sort of really light plastic to coat the hair and help to tame down the frizziness, but it can weigh the curls down and also make the curls go even tighter and stop any moisturization getting into the curls. I've always found that using those sorts of products is the worst possible thing that I could do. So I tend to steer towards products that are specifically designed for dry or damaged hair and to moisturize or nourish hair. Those are usually the products that I would steer towards. Now, I would have said 2-3 years ago, I would have said Paul Mitchell. I tried everything from the salon, God, just to name a few: Redken, TG Catwalk, all the L'Oreal professional stuff, Kerastase, Bedhead, and I would just sort of say that the only thing I'd found was Paul Mitchell that would help my hair to go well. But now, over the past few years, I have started trying more drugstore products, and I have had some success with them. And so previously, as I said, anything you can buy from the shops just will just not work, and it'll be rubbish. And I have found some stuff now. And previously I had really short hair. I couldn't really get it any longer than just here, because I would find that the ends would just be so damaged. They'd sort of crumble and be dry and drop and snap off. But I've been, with this routine, I've managed to get a decent amount of length. I'll just show you. So a decent amount of length, and also the condition. I've really been enjoying the condition. So I've still got frizzy hair, because I'll always have frizzy hair, and there's nothing I can do about that. It comes with the curls. And I suppose I've found in the past, when it's been less frizzy, it's usually been less voluminous as well. And so with the cuticles of the hair sticking up for the frizziness, it does help with volume. So I'm happy with a bit of frizziness if it gives me a bit of volume. So I'm going to talk you through what I do with my hair. So if you'd like, really long intro, but if you'd like to know what products I'm enjoying at the minute and to know a little bit about my hair care routine, then please keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to show you a lot of products, and it is a lot of products, but I only use a small amount of each one, and I feel like all these steps are crucial. However, it does make travelling a nightmare, so sometimes I'll decant them into tiny little bottles, and sometimes, when that's just far too much of an annoyance, I'll just skip out certain steps. When I'm in a hot country abroad, which is not often at all, literally the last time I went on holiday abroad was about 4 years ago, I think, 4 or 5 years ago. So when I'm there, I just give up really to my hair, because the humidity makes it just not even worth bothering with. But these are the products I use usually. We'll start with shampoo and conditioner. At the minute, I'm really enjoying Garnier Ultimate Blends, and this is a fantastic drugstore shampoo and conditioner. I've only just started using the conditioner. Up until recently, I've been using Tresemme, the Naturals collection, which is a really good option as well. And so I was finishing off the conditioner for that set, and so I've only just recently tried this one, but it is very good as well. But the shampoo, I've finished an entire bottle of this one, and the cocoa and shea butter version. This one's the one for dry and dull hair with argan and camellia oils. I do prefer this one, but I have tried both and they're both good. So I wash my hair twice, rinse, lather, rinse, then lather, rinse, and then I go in with the conditioner. I let it sit in my hair while I'm doing everything else that needs to be done in the shower, and then I brush it through with my Tangle Teezer. Now, I've mentioned this in one of my previous favourites, and if you have never tried a Tangle Teezer and you want help growing your hair or just detangling it, then this is absolutely amazing. I love this product. I bought a mini tiny one for my daughter, and I would never use anything else but this on my hair. Recently I lost it and I was using the little toddler version that my daughter's got, which was a bit of a nightmare, but I used that for a week rather than using anything else. And in fact I don't actually own any other brush except this one. It's fantastic. It is quite pricey, you know, for a hairbrush, but totally worth it. Then when I get out of the shower, I put my products in order over here of how I use them. I then go in with an oil. I wrap my hair in a towel to get most of the moisture out, and I don't towel dry my hair because it's really important that you don't do that with frizzy hair. You'll just lift the cuticles further, fluff up the hair even more. So I just wrap it in a towel until a lot of the moisture seeps out, and then I take the towel off and I go in with my Tangle Teezer again and this. And then I put 3 pumps of that oil, but to be honest, any oil. Before that I used one that was, I've used Moroccan oil, which is really expensive. I used, what was it called? One called from Organics with the X. Organics with an X range, and that was a deep penetrating oil, it was called. So I used that and it was good as well, but this is really good and I can't wait to try this version of this oil. So the oil with the argan and camellia oils rather than the coconut oil, but this is still very good. So shampoo, conditioner, towel, oil, and with the Tangle Teezer. And then next I put a pea size, well, 50p sized amount. Now sorry if you're not British, it's about that much, so that much size in a circle of leave-in conditioner. Now any leave-in conditioner again will be fine, one that works for you. I really get on with Charles Worthington Moisture Seal at the moment, but I also really get on with Paul Mitchell, the conditioner. It's called The Conditioner, it's a blue one. I've recently put that in an empties video, so check that out if you haven't already seen it. So I use the leave-in conditioner and then I brush it through with the Tangle Teezer again. Now I have been told by some hairdressers saying do not put conditioner, whether leave-in or rinse out, and oil near your roots. I do. I put it all over all of my hair. In fact, my hair is most frizziest here at the front at the roots. And I said to my hairdresser, she was washing my hair when I was getting my hair cut, and so she didn't cut it, she washed it. And I said, well, why wouldn't I always have? And she said, well, because it will make your hair, that's what would make your hair greasy. But my hair never gets greasy because it's so dry. So I thought, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not actually having that problem, so I don't need to do something different to correct it. So I would say if you've not got oily hair, and if you wash your hair every 3 to 4 days and you find that that's enough for you, then by all means go as near the roots as you're comfortable with and that works for you, because the more moisture you can get in your hair when it's curly, the better. Next in line is I let my hair dry for a bit. Timing is really key with curly hair, and I found it makes all the difference. Literally 5 minutes can make the difference between a good hair day and a bad hair day. So make sure you get your oil on as soon as your towel comes off. Make sure you leave your towel on for a good 4 or 5 minutes to get a lot of the moisture out. As soon as you put your oil in, put your leave-in conditioner straight on top, and then leave your hair again for about 5 minutes at least. You know, 5 to 10 minutes just to dry out a bit, so you're not going straight in with the mousse on quite wet hair. So I then put mousse in, not just on the ends, and I put it all the way through, all over, and then I comb it through with a Tangle Teezer. Now this is a really important step, because whenever I've ever had my hair cut at the hairdressers, they've always put the mousse in, scrunched it up, raked their fingers through it, and then try to style it as it is and leave it. No, that's not how you do it. With naturally curly hair, your hair doesn't need any additional help for those curls to spring up. What it needs is help for the curls to be defined and sleek. So I find that after you put your styling product in, curl cream, your mousse, whatever, comb it through again, and then after it's combed through and you see that it's sort of as straight as it can be, just use your hands to gently guide and help the curls to come up naturally, to come up as they want to come up and to go into their natural shape. If you start raking your fingers through, you're forcing the curls out of where they naturally want to sit, and it's going to make your hair really frizzy in some places and flat in other places. So to let your hair look as evenly curly all over and as shiny as possible, brush your hair. If you've not got a Tangle Teezer, I used to use a really fine toothed comb as well. So it's not safe to do that when you've got knots and tangles, but when you've got all your knots and tangles out and you're putting it over the top of your styling product, it works really well to do the same job, but ideally a Tangle Teezer. Now, I don't blow dry my hair at all. Heat damage is really bad for curly hair. If you can avoid it, do. I used to, when I was younger, use a diffuser with a blow dryer, and if you can, let it dry naturally. Again, then you're not forcing the curls to do something that they don't want to do. I'm talking about them like they've got a life of their own, but sometimes I feel like they do. So as your hair's drying, don't constantly scrunch it, but do go in every 5 to 10 minutes as it's drying, and just make sure that none of them are sticking to your scalp. So pop your fingers underneath. Worst thing you can possibly do is pull your fingers out and try and separate the curls with your fingers and rake the curls out. Don't do that. Put your fingers onto your scalp and just fluff like that at the roots, then take it round the crown all the way round, and I do this periodically through the day as well, like that, and it just gives your hair the oomph back but still keeps the curls nicely in place. And if you feel like the ends need doing, hold them in a ball and do your ends. Scrunch, scrunch, scrunch. Back here as well, hold it and scrunch like that, and the curls will be kept nice as they can be. And then what I do is, as the very last step, and I usually take this out with me where I'm going, because it's really important, I think, for to keep your hair, if your hair's like mine anyway, is to put on any serum that you're going to put on when your hair is bone dry. So I wouldn't put this on like it says for Frizzy's products to put on when your hair is damp. I would never do that. I've tried that before, and it just makes the curls look very plasticky and permed and just not very nice, not soft and fluffy, but also defined. I think the best thing for that is to wait for your hair to be bone dry, then put a bit of your serum in your hand and go over your ends and smooth out the front. At the minute I'm using Nourishing Cocoa Milk by Organics, but I'm also using one by the John Frieda Blonde collection, which is something elixir, and that's really good as well, but any serum that works for you. So just to recap then, we've got shampoo again, no brushing yet, conditioner, leave for a couple of minutes, brush through with the Tangle Teezer, then rinse the conditioner out, then wrap your hair in a towel, leave for 4 or 5 minutes, then put on your oil, comb that through. I use about 3 pumps of oil, a small amount of leave-in conditioner, and comb that through. Leave your hair to dry for 5 minutes, and then use your mousse, and then comb that through. Then use the techniques that I've explained with the scrunching, but I've refrained from using the word scrunching as I was explaining it originally, because it's not scrunching, it's guiding, it's helping, assisting gently. And then when your hair is completely bone dry and you've fluffed your roots out, you know, periodically through the drying process, so you've got a nice amount of volume, then you go in with your serum. Sometimes I find if it's in quite good condition, I don't even need that step, but do that step if you want to. Now I'm going to talk about some other things that I do to help my hair. That's my routine that I use twice a week. I don't wash my hair more than twice a week, because then it gets too dry. And I don't do anything to it in between washes either. I put it up in a ponytail when I'm sleeping, and then I take the ponytail out and fluff up the roots to try and get a bit more body back into it, or I'll just wear it up sometimes a day or two before I'm due to wash it again. So these are a few things that I like to do every now and then for my hair. In the summer when it's very hot, and I know that my hair's going to get dry and sun damaged, I like to apply something to protect it, like a heat protector spray or a heat protector cream, before I put my mousse on. So in between the stage of your leave-in conditioner and your styling product, in my case mousse. And at the moment that's Paul Mitchell Seal and Shine. Now a lot of these are designed to protect your hair from, you know, GHD straighteners and blow drying, but I actually use it to protect against heat from the sun as well. And what I like to do weekly is apply a hair mask. So I just put this mask on. I say weekly. What I would tend to do is two normal washes with normal conditioner to every one wash with a mask. So at the minute I'm using the corresponding mask to go with my shampoo and conditioner, and then in between washes for those 3 or 4 days before my next wash, if my ends are getting a bit dry or my tops are getting a bit frizzy, then I would, instead of dampening it down with water, I would use a leave-in conditioning spray. You can hear how watery it is. This is absolutely no good to use in your normal step-by-step routine. So when you've done your shampoo and conditioner and your oil and you're putting your leave-in conditioner on, I think it's no good using this. It's just going to make your hair even more wetter. You're going to have longer to wait until you're putting your mousse on or your whatever styling product that you're using, and it's, to me, they're not as conditioning as the cream based formulas, but it's great for revoofing in between washes. That's not a word, I'm just making it a word. Just to give yourself a little more of a sprucing in between washes. And I suppose when you do spray that on and you find it's not doing the trick, that's when you know you need to wash your hair again. When I'm going out and I want a bit more hold and volume, then I would use Elnet Satin Hairspray. But again, it's very rare that I would use this. I don't like this sort of sticky hairspray or crunchy feeling. I like soft curls, but occasionally I'll use a hairspray if I'm going out. So I think that's everything, and that's all the tips and tricks I can think of at the moment. My hair care routine does change up. I'll use whatever mask takes my fancy. I've recently got through the Charles Worthington Moisture Collection Moisture Seal mask, and I put that in a recent empties video, and I think it was a favourite as well, and I really enjoyed that and I would repurchase that. So I hope that's been helpful, and if you've got any questions, please leave them in the description, not the description bar, the comments box, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!